And we're back after a brief break. You're watching South Texas Crossfire with your host, Attorney Joe Flores. You can also friend us, South Texas Crossfire, on Facebook. And also come visit Flores Law Firm or Joe Flores. All those three can reach us, and KTMV Broadcasting. We just brought, if you're just joining us, Judge David Stith had to run. He is on the 319th bench here in Nueces County, and he wanted to give a shout out to our next guests that we're going to be bringing on some people by teleconference, and we're also going to have somebody right here live on South Texas Youth Congress. And introduce yourself to our audience. How are you?
Hi, my name is Mimosa Thomas, and I'm the co-president of South Texas Youth Congress.
Well, I'm glad to have you here. It's an honor. Tell us a little bit about the organization.
We are a pilot organization that just got started this year, and we draw representatives from high schools all over South Texas, from around Corpus down, and essentially representatives run within their own high schools. Each high school gets to elect a different number of representatives based on their population, much like in the real House of Representatives. And then we come together, and our goal is to craft pieces of legislation that directly relate to the problems faced by South Texans, and hopefully get those pieces of legislation passed in the Texas legislature.
What made you want to run for this organization and the key role that you're playing?
Well, Armando, the person who organized all of this...
That would be Mr. Villarreal?
Oh, yes. I've always called him Armando. Mr. Villarreal, he came to our school and he talked to us about this, and he told us how it was based on the Iowa Youth Congress, which is something he was a part of.
Very nice.
And I think the thing that really inspired me is he told me that the Iowa Youth Congress was successful in passing their own version of the DREAM Act. And that was just amazing to me, that a group of kids was able to get through such an important and meaningful piece of legislation that has an impact on so many lives. So I knew right away that I wanted to be a part of that.
Well, and that's spectacular. You know, in Iowa, we've got a good friend of ours, Congressman Braley, who's running for the Senate out there. And I've interviewed him on some Hispanic issues and stuff. Now, is this all-inclusive? Does this focus mainly in on Latinos or everyone as far as the Youth Congress?
It's all-inclusive for sure. Because it is South Texas, obviously the bills that we craft are probably going to have a bigger impact on Latinos because that is the majority of the population here. So we're familiar with issues that maybe the rest of the country or even the northern part of Texas is not as familiar with.
Tell us a little bit about a letter you wrote to a civil rights activist who we've saluted on this show, in fact, Dolores Huerta, and her integral part of, Latino rights, the farm workers. Tell us about what you aspire to do and speak with her about.
Well, my family is very much a union family. And that being the case, Dolores Huerta is a personal hero of mine because she's a female role model that I can look up to, and she did so much good, and she just really inspires me. And so when I found out that Mr. Villarreal had done some work with her, I immediately asked if I could write a letter to her asking her to be a friend of the Congress.
Wonderful. So what are you planning on trying to work with her on?
Well, we're hoping that she will be a friend of the Congress. I think she already said she would be. And that sort of helps us get our name out there, helps people know who we are, and that, of course, helps us get the things we want to get passed. And hopefully just that she'll support us in the bills we're trying to craft.
Well, we've got some other people that we want to join the conversation, and we're going to call them here in a second. Let's go ahead and do that. And, we want to bring on some lovely young people that could not be here in person in Corpus Christi, but we have them in Laredo and in Mercedes. I have Mr. Stevie Elizondo and Miss Yaneli Carrion. Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Good morning.
Hi, Yaneli. Stevie, let's start with you. Tell the audience out there about where you're from and your interests and why you're involved in the South Texas Youth Congress.
Well, like you said, I'm from Laredo, Texas. I'm a senior at the United Engineering and Technology Magnet. my interests a lot. I like to do a lot of public speaking, extracurricular activities like Model UN, a marketing presentation leader for my robotics club, and I'm doing the South Texas Youth Congress because, so often in my school we're always talking about how we wish we could make an impact, make a difference on state laws, on basically any sort of legislative level, and this is really a great opportunity to turn those lunch conversations into actual legislation, and I'm pretty excited about that.
What sort of specific examples from Laredo have been going on? I know that our good friend Congressman Cuellar reaches out over there, and some other very important people, along with Mr. Villarreal, who's really made this happen, along with other people. So tell us a little bit about your experiences so far.
Well, we had the conference back in February, and one thing that I liked that we focused on was education. We're still students, of course, right? And this is what we have the most experience in. I know, our state senator, Zaffarini, she's really championing education here, not in just South Texas, but in all of Texas. And kind of just want to, follow her example and carry that on. I'm part of a magnet program which centers around engineering, and it's, I'd be really interested in trying to expand on that idea that we can focus education a little bit more on career-specific objectives.
Well, and I'll do anything I can to help, and we're going to share this video on YouTube so you guys can share it as well, and I hope to meet you soon in person. Yaneli, are you there?
Yes.
Hi, Yaneli. This is Joe Flores from KTMV, and you're going to be played here in Corpus and the surrounding areas, and then we'll share it on YouTube. Your last name is Carillon?
Yes.
And you're from Mercedes, Texas. I know where all the outlets and stuff
correct.
are. My wife loves Mercedes. But tell us a little bit about you and what you're doing. Mimosa and Steve have already talked to us a little bit about their background and what they want to do. How about yourself?
Well, I am a student at Mercedes High School, and I've become very involved in school organizations, and I've gotten a chance to really talk a lot with students from the school, and a lot of them I feel are lacking motivation, and I feel like they've lost the big picture as to why they are in school, and I want to show them why it is that they're striving for these goals, and to me, South Texas Youth Congress is the way to do that. We need to fix our school systems, and I feel that, like Stevie said, what better way to get things done than through having ourselves, the students, work with legislators to get these things done. I mean, we're going through these things every day. We know what's wrong. We know the flaws. And I feel that, a lot of the more adults that have more of the power feel that we don't know what we're talking about, but really we do. And South Texas Youth Congress is giving us those credentials that we need. And that is why I'm a part of this.
Well, very well said. I admire. It's a very humbling experience for me to have such wonderful young people on that really care about the issues. When all, there was one guy who said, this generation is lost. They don't respect their parents. They are disrespectful for institutions. They don't care. And, that was Aristotle 2,000 years ago. So every generation thinks they have it figured out, and then the next one is letting them down. But actually, you guys are the leaders, and I'm very, very impressed. Back to you, Mimosa. Let me ask you this. Tell me a little bit about the Dream Forward dinner and all that you guys are you all going to collectively work on that, Mimosa?
Yes, that is a dinner that we'll be having directly after our inaugural session. And the idea is to get people from all over the community to come and hear what we've worked on, and we'll be presenting the bills that we've decided to bring to the Texas Legislature at that dinner. And so we'd really love for people around the community to come. Tickets are $40, and it's just going to be a really great experience to see what the youth of South Texas has worked on to better South Texas.
What's our time frame, guys, as far as when is this going to happen? Stevie, are you guys from Laredo, and Yaneli, are you all from Mercedes going to be meeting up with Mimosa at this dinner?
Yes, definitely. There'll be 2 other representatives from Laredo, and as well as the rest of the South Texas Youth Congress that has signed up for the dinner. It's going to happen in late June. Can Dave and I come to the dinner? That way we can film some of it? Would that be a good idea?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We'd love to go. Now, where's it going to be held?
This will be at the Holiday Inn downtown Marina, Corpus Christi Hotel.
Okay, and that's well. Let's get it. Wait, it's in Laredo at a Corpus Christi hotel.
No, it's in Corpus Christi.
It's in Corpus Christi and downtown.
At the downtown Holiday Inn Marina.
Holiday Inn Marina downtown, and that's in July.
Late June.
Late June, and we'll have more information for you on that as it surfaces at xtxyouthcongress.net. What about Facebook, Yaneli? Do you all have a Facebook?
Yes, we do. South Texas Youth Congress, that's our Facebook name. We invite people to join us, follow us, friend us. We really want to get our voice out there, and we really need those followers. So we invite people to friend us, look for us. Our picture is the South Texas Youth Congress. So yeah, totally.
So if they friend you guys right now, Stevie and Mimosa and Yaneli, if they friend you right now, they can go, as they're watching this TV program on their handheld, go to the South Texas Youth Congress on Facebook and get a really good feel of what's going on and what you guys are doing.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah,
I think yes.
It's not pretty, but it would be liking the page.
Yes, like the page. That's a direct order from KTFV, South Texas Youth Congress. Well, guys, is there anything else? Yaneli, is there anything else when we sign off? I'm going to finish up here with Mimosa, but is there anything else you'd like to tell the youth out there of Corpus Christi, starting with you, Yaneli?
Yes, I like to invite them to become involved in the communities. I mean, we're kind of taking off here with this program, but there were so many other programs for them to join to get a movement started. Let's show our generation that, we do have a bright future ahead of us, even though a lot don't think so. And we just want to thank all of the support we've gotten from our senators. I know Eddie Lucio and Henry Cuellar are sending a video message for our Dream Forward dinner, and I'd like to thank them for the support.
Oh, awesome. I've met both of them. They're wonderful guys, and they're really helping. Stevie, anything, last messages before we sign off with you? And I'm going to finish up with Mimosa here on television filming. Anything you'd like to tell the youth of Corpus Christi that are listening and your fellow peers in Laredo?
Yes, definitely. To the youth Corpus Christi, to those of you who are about to start high school or haven't gone too deep in it, it's a very interesting mix of people telling you can do it and people telling you that you can't do it. Okay, I really encourage you to listen to the people who tell you you can do it, because as cheesy as it sounds, you can accomplish things as long as you work hard enough. That's actually true. You just have to work hard enough. Sometimes you have to motivate yourself. Sometimes other people motivate you, but the important thing is not to listen to the people who can do something. Work hard for what you want to do, and you may just surprise yourself. And again, I want to thank my local supporters. I got to meet with Senator Zephyr. She's very, very kind. Got to speak with her for a little bit. I was very thankful.
I'm sorry. What senator?
Senator Judith Zephyrini, the state senator.
Oh yes, she's very instrumental in Laredo, and we want to thank her.
A lot for us today.
Well, we're going to sign off, but it's been an honor. You've been listening to Yaneli Carrion there from Mercedes, Texas, and Esteban, a.k.a. Stevie Elizondo, there from Laredo. I'm very, very proud of you guys and admire your passion, and we're going to help you all we can here on KTMV. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on. Yaneli Carrion and Esteban Elizondo, thank you guys, and we really appreciate it. Thank you guys. God bless you. So anyway, just to wrap up here, I want to thank you for coming on. And as far as the youth out here in Corpus Christi and in the Coastal Bend, what would you like to tell them about your organization and about getting involved in general?
Just that you do have a voice, and a lot of times it feels like you don't when you're a kid and nobody wants to listen to you and you can't make a real impact. But that's not true at all. There's this organization, and even if you don't get elected into this organization, there's plenty of others, and you can make a difference in your community and the world, no matter what.
And you don't have to get elected. You can just be involved with South Texas Youth Congress by Facebook.
Absolutely.
And also providing, so they can reach you and Stevie, and they can reach Yaneli just by clicking on their handheld or on their computer or their iPhone, iPad. Yes. And you can get involved. I want to see you guys again here. And Mr. Villarreal, I want to thank him out in TV land for making everything happen here, his patience and everything that he's done and bringing us all together.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you. South Texas Youth Congress, these kind of organizations, ladies and gentlemen, and the courage these young leaders have, this is very, very important. And it inspires thousands, hundreds of thousands of other youth. And you've seen that Mr. Villarreal is making strides throughout the United States. And these young people are stepping up for leadership roles in the 2030s, 2040s, 2050s. So we have to support them, and even now. So get on there, Facebook them, South Texas Youth Congress. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're bringing on Judge Melissa Madrigal and congratulating her on her victory when we come back. Hi, this is attorney and board certified nurse practitioner Joe Flores on behalf of Vasquez Flores Home Health. Nursing homes have their place, but having care in your own home is very important. Call today for more information. Backed by over 20 years of experience, registered nurse Priscilla Vasquez can answer your questions about home care. Call 881-9922. That's 881-9922 today.
Have you or a loved one suffered a stroke, heart attack, unexplained low blood pressure, or death during dialysis? The FDA has issued warnings and recalled the product Granuflo and Naturalite used in dialysis. At least one national company failed to warn the public that over 900 people had suffered cardiac arrest or death. A condition called metabolic alkalosis developed, which may have caused the harm. Call the law offices of Joe Flores today. With a combined 25 years of experience in the medical field and as a trial lawyer, Joe Flores can help. Call now. Have you been arrested or are potentially facing criminal charges? You need a trial attorney who is well-versed in the courtroom. Joe Flores has handled hundreds of criminal cases and many of them to trial. Joe Flores can provide you with competent representation to protect your constitutional rights in state and federal court. Joe Flores can help if you have been arrested or facing criminal charges. The law offices of Joe Flores, equal justice for all.